Married with Channels podcast. Hey there, I'm Moose.
I'm Jody.
We're married to each other and we talk TV shows and movies. Quick note to point out, these shows are simultaneously pumped out to our YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and want to listen to the podcast there, you certainly can.
Cool.
Amongst all the other podcast aggregators, Spotify's, Apple, all that stuff.
Providers.
Amazon. This week, we got a couple of shows, a Star Wars show, a show that's a favorite of ours, and just quickly touch on, we'll begin with Justified City Primeval.
Still don't like the name.
Still don't like the name, but we had the final episode we watched last night, and
Yeah.
I loved how this ended.
I do too. I like the whole thing.
Yeah, I loved it. And there's spoiler alerts here for the ending. So if you haven't seen the ending, the finale of Justified City Primeval, you have been warned. I love how they kind of build up this tension throughout the whole season, how Clement and Raylan are going to have this big shootout.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost get that in the last episode, and it's interrupted by the Albanian mob.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes down to essentially Raylan guns him down because he thinks he's reaching for a gun, but lo and behold, he's reaching for his cassette tape.
He made you a mixtape. He just wants to be your friend.
I know.
That's what I thought.
It's kind of, I don't want to say anticlimactic, but it definitely wasn't the finale I think you thought was going to happen. And then we cut to Raylan, because that happened at about the 30 mark, somewhere around there. It was about halfway through the episode that, he shot Clement
Yeah.
Mansell. And then the rest of it's kind of about Raylan, as it should be, because Justified is about Raylan Givens ultimately.
Sure.
How he retires and goes back to Miami. He's with his daughter. They go on the boat, and he's trying to be a good dad.
Yet his phone keeps ringing.
Well, I love the cuts. I wasn't expecting any Boyd
Crowder
stuff,
Yeah.
but we see him in prison, and I love how they set you up there. Then they throw a twist at you where he appears to be, he's found Jesus, he's preaching, and he's turned over a new leaf.
Mm-hmm.
He's being transferred to a hospital because he has some, according to him, life-threatening disease.
Yeah.
Or medical affliction, whatever.
Some sort of illness that needs attention. Yes.
His health is in decline, But lo and behold, he's been fucking the female guard there at the prison, and she helps him escape, and they drive off to essentially Mexico. Then we cut back to Raylan in Miami with his daughter. He's retired, and then he gets the text.
Yep.
Then the show ends brilliantly with his phone ringing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from the Marshal service,
Yep.
his former employer, ringing, cut to credits.
Yeah.
So you're left wondering, does Raylan pick up that phone? Does he get back in the game? Is he going to come out of retirement because it is Boyd Crowder?
I think Boyd's going to come after him. So
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think Boyd's coming after him. I think Raylan, it's like his white whale, and the white whale is now back in the sea. He's got to go get that white whale.
Yeah, Raylan just can't help himself. He always has to nab the bad guy, you know?
And he
Always.
And it's always about justice with him. I think he learned his lesson from the very first episode of Justified, that it's all about doing the right thing, the law, getting the bad guy into prison. And I think it ate him up when it ended with Clement being locked into that, we'll call it soundproof panic room to die.
Yeah.
That ate him up inside. He couldn't sit
just
with that.
let that go. And
he actually couldn't. He got up middle of the night to go put the cuffs on him or something. But
take him in the right way, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think Boyd Crowder cares about getting Raylan. I think
you don't think so?
No, I think he wants to go and be free and do his thing in Mexico with his new girlfriend. But I think Raylan's going to come out of retirement and come
go
get
after him.
I think it'd be great. See him in Mexico.
Yeah.
At wits with Boyd Crowder again.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Kind of maybe the battle with jurisdiction and,
Yeah.
There's always kind of a line of a little bit of corruption going on in this world of Raylan Givens as well. So you kind of saw that with this season as well, and maybe going forward, that you'll see that south of the border.
Yeah, I wonder if this will be a thing where we do some one-off seasons with Raylan Givens and Justified.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have another season where Raylan's chasing after Boyd in Mexico.
Yeah,
I'd tune in for that.
Yeah.
But I thought Justified City Primeval, title aside, was really good.
Agree.
I really enjoyed it.
Me too. And phenomenal cast.
Yeah.
Phenomenal cast.
Always. Moving on to the brand new stuff. Oh, Ahsoka. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Star Wars is back on Disney Plus with Ahsoka, following the Jedi character that we were first introduced to, I believe, in Star Wars Rebels, and which is an animated show. They did, I want to say in the mid-2010s.
Sounds about right.
But this show kind of picks up on a lot of those characters. Sabine was in there. They have Ezra kind of showing up in a recorded message. The green lady with the floppies and the played by Mary Elizabeth
Winstead. Yeah.
But
I like Rosario Dawson too.
Yeah, she's good. She's always pretty solid.
This is a pretty strong female cast.
Oh yeah.
So that's nice. Yay, ladies.
Yeah, there's a lot of the only male cast member so far after 2 episodes we've watched, I think, was the droid played by David Tennant. But I like Ahsoka. I always
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. I like the show. It's blending good action with kind of, what's going on. But, our buddy Dave, who's a big Star Wars nerd, pointed out the MacGuffin, which is that map, that brass gold ball sphere, yeah. And they're both sides, the Ray Stevenson bad guy character and his Padawan, or I forget what the Sith version of that is.
Sure.
They're looking for that. And so is Ahsoka and them.
Mm-hmm.
And it all boils down to General Thrawn,
I guess.
Yeah, and I didn't finish Star Wars Rebels, but I guess it ended with, he was kind of a big bad guy, and he either got sent to another world or killed, and they're kind of painting General Thrawn as like this big, the next emperor guy. But from what I understand, he's not like a force-sensitive guy. He's just a bad dude.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why he's the big, huge, we got to get him out, release him, then, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't quite get that, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
They set the bar pretty low with the Boba Fett show, so anything that's not a big smelly turd of a Star Wars show, it's going to be fine by me.
I was going to ask you, can you ever get too much Star Wars?
You can.
For you can?
Yeah, I mean, there's still...
For me, I can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they had the Bad Batch show, which I started an episode of, then I was like, eh. And again, Star Wars Rebels, I watched a few episodes, but even that was like, eh.
I think maybe because, we watch a lot of Star Wars stuff for our own viewing, but for the podcast as well. But then, you're also playing a Star Wars video game, and then we watch this. And I'm this might be too much Star Wars for me. I don't know. We'll see.
I really think I'm of the mindset, I can take as much Star Wars as you'll give me, as long as it's good.
Sure.
Absolutely. I mentioned Boba Fett show. That sucked.
Yeah, but Andor was amazing.
Andor's great. Mandalorian's getting kind of bad.
Some seasons, yeah. Some stuff, no.
I think we're both still on board with that.
Yep. Because of the cute child. Hello.
Yeah. But the Star Wars game, which is Jedi Fallen Order, it came out a couple years ago. I'm just now starting to get into it.
Yeah.
It's a good game. So,
sure.
If it was Star Wars and a bad game, I'd stop playing it.
Okay.
I'm not going to watch or play anything just because it's, quote, Star Wars.
Okay.
Gotcha. We started, if I hear an announcement, we're going to start a show about the skinny, long, thin-lipped girl who sang in the Cantina band in Jabba the Hutt's lair. We're going to start a backstory show about her. I'd be pass. No.
We don't need everything. Yeah.
I don't care how many lightsaber battles you have in it. Nah.
Yeah.
But I think Ahsoka's pretty good.
Sure.
I mean, it's cool to see a badass, also female Jedi.
Yeah, and I remember watching the animated show, and I kind of liked it, I didn't watch it a lot. I saw a few episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked it,
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I just, for whatever reason, didn't finish it. But in Ahsoka, you got Sabine, and she was training with Ahsoka, and there's questions about whether or not she seems to be Sabine kind of lost her way a little bit. She's kind of drifting. Yeah. And then Ahsoka comes back in her life, and
she's just kind of living without really being a Jedi, right? She has those powers, correct?
I don't know.
Okay, I think she does in wasn't she training under Ahsoka?
She was. And here's a Sabine talking. She's recovering from a lightsaber stab, which honestly, you should die from that.
Right?
Qui-Gon Jinn in episode 1. Qui-Gon Jinn from episode 1.
Okay, here we go.
Phantom Menace. Like, he literally died from that. Darth Maul stabbed him just like Sabine got stabbed. And Qui-Gon Jinn died, but Sabine is like, that hurts. I got to go to the hospital. Where's the star Band-Aids? But here she is talking to the droid about her training.
I won't waste any more of her time.
The only time you are wasting is your own.
And in that conversation, I don't have the audio for it. Before that, he mentions how he's, in his centuries of dealing with Padawans, she's by far like the least Force full.
Enabled. Okay.
But he still encourages her to take up some more training. I think it's mostly because that world needs more Jedis.
Sure.
And there she is later on in a holographic message to Ahsoka.
I'm ready.
She cut her hair. She's ready to do some more training. She's back in, baby.
At first, she was kind of being like a bratty teenager.
Yeah.
Going against like the parent. Like Ahsoka's not her parent, but like a mentor.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you let me down. You gave up on me. And I'm throwing my big tantrum. And
yeah, but she's back in. She's going to get some more Jedi training. What?
Cool. She'll probably maybe change that droid's
I got to imagine
observation of her.
The best Jedi training involves getting stabbed with a lightsaber. Like if you get stabbed with a lightsaber and survive, you know how that tastes, and you don't want that again. So you're going to pay attention. Your melee attacks are going to be on point,
I just had a nerdy theory about that.
What?
Maybe because who does she get stabbed by?
It was by the apprentice for Ray Stevenson's bad character.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My theory does not hold up then. Okay. Never mind. I thought maybe you survive if it's like a friendly or a lesser enabled opponent.
Well, so she got stabbed so let's just assume that she's a human and she has the same anatomy as we do. Uh-huh. She got stabbed in her lower right portion of her torso.
It's called a quadrant.
Quadrant?
Yes.
Yes?
Lower right quadrant.
And I know, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no vital organs right there. There's a kidney maybe, or a liver.
And your appendix.
Yeah, so, you can probably in Star Wars world get a new robot appendix installed, or...
You don't need your appendix.
Or
I know from experience.
A Fligarian kidney. Because in the books 722...
Maybe she has healing powers, like other creatures that I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she does.
I don't know.
So Ahsoka, he's a good, yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. As we record this, we're going to probably watch episode 3 tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastico. Moving on to one of our favorites, What We Do in the Shadows, season 4. Where we're at with it is we're almost done with it.
What?
Well, the season's almost done.
What?
I think we've watched 6, maybe 7 episodes. Probably 2 or 3 more.
That went fast.
But maybe that's good though. Like this has been a good season.
It is good.
Funny, and you have an interesting storyline where Guillermo is a vampire,
a partial vampire.
Yeah. He's like a daywalker vampire or something. But he got turned by Derek,
his friend.
Yeah, not Nando the Relentless,
which is a big disgrace to your master.
Oh
Nandor.
Yeah. Like Nandor has every right to kill him.
But it's this big old secret that everybody knows except Nandor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the only people who know, I think, at this point are Nadia and Laszlo.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's it. But it's funny. Laszlo's like, he fancies himself a scientist. So he's trying to figure out, how he's trying to wrap his mind around scientifically how Guillermo is the way he is. Like he's kind of a vampire, but he's still kind of human. And he's doing all these experiments with frogs and other animals. Jody wanted to adopt the dog.
The dog with the Guillermo face.
Yeah.
It was so cute and weird.
Well, the latest episode was they were like amphibious Guillermo creatures. They live in the pond out by the tool shed.
They're like flying frogs with
something
his
like
face
that.
Or something.
Well, no, they're not frogs. They're like I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Like newt, like a giant newt.
I guess.
But anyway, they're cute as hell.
Yeah. You wanted to adopt those.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I totally did. But here's scientist Laszlo with Guillermo.
Gizmo! Gizmo! Gizmo, get up!
Yeah.
Where's Nando?
I think he's indisposed at the moment in his bedroom.
Ha! Shaking hands with Rosie Palmer and her 5 milkmaids.
What?
What? Follow me.
What?
I've discovered something wonderful with the frogs that I injected with your blood.
Wait, you...
With your blood.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I love the way Laszlo speaks.
Yes.
I should have had that one clip ready where New York City.
Oh, one of your faves. Yeah.
Every time he opens his mouth, it's like an adventure with dialect.
Yes.
And it's fantastic.
I like the episode. I like the part of the episode where they did the roast.
Yeah.
That was funny stuff too.
Yeah, but again, Kristen Schaal seems kind of...
Yeah.
It's a weird combination of, and I think we touched on this.
No, we didn't talk about it here. We talked about it outside of this podcast.
We did?
Yes, we did. But we can talk about it again.
But I don't know why she's in the show. I don't think she's... It's a weird combination of she's not contributing anything and she's kind of a talent wasted.
Yeah, I agree. I like her. I just feel like this role is maybe... Oh, I thought it was like good as a sparingly kind of every few episodes kind of thing, but she is in there every time and she is on the opening credits now. So
yeah,
maybe she negotiated some higher stuff. I don't know, but
maybe she will become something more even this season.
Maybe
more prominent, more relevant to the storyline and
Sure.
the plot. But right now she's kind of, and maybe they did this purposefully because Guillermo's become kind of one of the vampires in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So they need somebody who's kind of the I don't want to say the dog you kick, but like kind of the redheaded stepchild.
Mm.
Maybe
because
that's her
they've
character.
become more acceptant of Guillermo, you mean?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Like I don't want to say he's
like
getting
part of the family, kind of.
Yeah, but he's not getting like the full on respect
Sure.
of one of the vampires, but they kind of
Sure.
I don't know. It's
Like-
almost like Kristen Schall's not there
Yeah.
to them. And whatever. I don't know. Again, they might have something down the road planned.
Well, and to me, when she does pop up, it's not enough comedy there.
Mhm.
It's just kind of these, I don't know, kind of one or two lines, and they're not real punchy or helpful, I guess. for
Yeah.
me. But
Yeah, like she has a line when Guillermo's sitting there and he told the Baron that he's a vampire and he was turned by not his master, but
Yeah.
Derek. And she says, I can keep a secret forever or something like that. And that's it.
yeah,
And I guess they use that line to set up Colin Robinson saying, well, I don't care. I
Yeah.
kind of want out of this narrative.
yeah, I guess. But I don't know. Colin's funny enough on his own.
Yeah.
He could have just done that anyway.
Right.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I'm kind of like, why was she in that? What? I don't know. It's just not a strong character for me to be in
No.
every episode, I guess.
Agreed.
You did what with my blood?
A floating frog.
Well, why are you so hairy? Who cares? Now, bon voyage.
What? No, those poor frogs!
The frogs are flying. And they have like the Guillermo bushy, thick hairdo on each frog. It's almost cartoonish, but
Come on, little guy.
kind of works
you
on the
can do
show.
Your turn.
To do what?
I want you to leap off that balcony.
What? No, I'll break my legs.
Bullshit. You saw those frogs?
Yeah.
They were transformed by your blood. They flew. Ipso factum, shithead. So can you.
But what if I can't?
Yeah, but what if you can? What if you can?
That would be pretty cool.
It would be very cool. Now, I calculate we have exactly 2 minutes before Nandor finishes making pearl jam.
Right.
So, I'll see you at the bottom, as the actress said to the bishop.
Why is it so hairy? Why are you so hairy?
Bullshit.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. What We Do in the Shadows. Great show.
Yep.
You should check it out amongst other things like Ahsoka. And if you haven't checked out Justified City Primeval, I recommend it.
Yep.
I think that's going to do it for us on this episode.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to us, whether it's on your Spotify, your Apples, or your Overcast, or whatever the hell you get your podcasts at.
share, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Until next time, this is the Married with Channel show, and my name is Moose.
I'm Jody.
We'll see you.
Bye.